the barrel for very long. That isotherm titanium really gives me that fast, even heat. So it makes me a smarter, faster hairdresser. All right, so now we have all of this down, and I'm just gonna let that set out of the way. Now I'm gonna work in the back section here, or on the right side section. This is she's just blow dried straight. So now what I'm going to do is take my teasy brush. What I love is this has a nice pointy tip so that I can really section with that. And I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna give her a little structure and texture and base on this as well. Since I'm not setting this with my hot tool, I just wanna come in and give this some life. You can really see how that expands it very easily. Paul Mitchell really, their tools and their products really help me work smarter and faster as a hairdresser, and I love this. You know, I really want to be able to get my clients in and out in a timely fashion, and be able to give them high fashion styles that last all day, and Paul Mitchell really helps me do that with the technology that they provide for me. So using my Awapui Wild Ginger Finishing Spray, I'm just giving her a little bit of hold in there. She needs a little bit of something, again, because she's so silky. The Awapui Wild Ginger Finishing Spray has a little bit of a matte finish. I can use it for working through her hair, combing it through. I can also use it, of course, as a finishing spray to give her that really nice set-in style. So for me, it's just giving me a little bit of hold. It's allowing me to work with Jenny's hair and still keep it soft and luxurious, but be able to pull this up and have it stay. So I'm just working down the strand, and I'm going to work all the way to the front hairline, just taking fairly large size sections. You know, you don't have to spend all day teasing this. It's really just to expand her hair and give her some base. And we want to be able to smooth this out, so you know, you don't have to feel like you need to sit there and tease it all day. All right. So my last section right here in the front of the hair. And giving that one just a light tease because that's really going to smooth and go over that. All right, so you can see how much expansion that gave her hair. I'm going to be doing a nice French pleat to go in there, and this is really going to give me that great base that we look for with that. Okay, so now that I'm finished with that, I've kind of set each section with the tease, with a nice barrel curl, and then with my small styling cone for some more ringlet curls in the front. Now that I'm done with that, all of these curls have cooled off, so I've really gotten that set in there that I'm looking for, really giving Jenny's fine texture of hair some base. And you can see as I pull these out how pretty all these curls are. So even when I'm doing a down style, this is a fantastic way to set the entire head if you need to, and let them cool off, and you get all these beautiful ringlet curls. All right, so in here, I want to make sure, I'm going to take just a little bit of styling treatment oil. This is a fantastic treatment oil. If you haven't worked with this, I really encourage you to do that. It's very light, very shiny. It doesn't pull the curl out. It just allows me to give it some anti-frizz and allow me to pull my fingers through the hair to really work through those curls. Okay, so with my teasy brush, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take sections and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tease and base. Because I am going to come in here and do this French pleat, I want to make sure this side also has a little bit of that volume and expansion that I did on the right side of the head. All right, so just working up through. If you want more volume and you really want her to be big and beautiful, then you can do this more straight out from the head. Or if you want this to be a little bit lower, then just lower it down just a little, over direct it down. Okay. And now that I have that, I'm just going to smooth the surface of the hair. And I can use my teasy brush for this, or you could use your dressing brush for this. And on both sides, my back section and my right section, I'm really going to pull all this over and just really smooth that down. And I'm bringing it all the way over to the left side because that's where I'm going to start my pinning. And now that I've kind of got that where I want it, give it another little spray with the Aloe Puri Wild Ginger Finishing Spray to set. And pull that down. So that's just really going to hold some of those little fine hairs together. I love the way that hairspray sets my hair in there, but still allows me to comb through it. Okay, so once I have that over to the left side of the head, I'm going to take my 3-inch pin. So these are my 3-inch pins, also known as Roberts, and they're going to allow me to get the base of my French pleat. Okay, sliding that up, and then I'm going to crisscross the top so that these will kind of lock into place. And typically I only need about 3 of these to go up the head. If someone has a little bit smaller of a head, you may only need a couple of these, but I find that 3 is usually about right. And I'm also doing it slightly off center. So you can see this is a little bit over to the left, and you just crisscross those ends to lock them in. Okay, so now I've got my teasy brush in my hand again, and I'm going to just twirl this over and really smooth this down. And I'm going to give her a quick little spray, get some of those flyaways down, and to help me smooth and pull this into place. And also focusing on the tail, she's got lots of length down here, so I'm going to smooth this out as well. There's a little bit of tease in there, and I'm going to be rolling this up, so I want to make sure that's nice and smooth. Okay, so now what I'm just going to do here is tuck her in and tuck and roll. So keeping her smooth as you tuck and twist. It's a really nice, easy way to get that French pleat in there. And because you've already set her, you took a little time to set her and to get her all into place, this makes this step very simple and easy to do. Sometimes these, in the past, other techniques that I've tried, you know, there's a lot of bumps, a lot of little pieces hanging out that you're trying to cover up, and this is a fantastic way that Lucy has created for us to get this in here. Very classic, very smooth and easy to do, and very quick. And then now I'm just taking my bobby pins and I am just kind of tucking in all those little ends just to secure it. But now that we have that structure and that base in there, there's not really a whole lot of pinning that I need to do. It's really just for a little bit extra texture and a little structure, little security in there. I don't like to put too many of these in because I don't want to take away from all that smoothness that's in there. All right. And then just touch her up with a little bit of spray. And you can see how smooth and nice that's coming together. All right, so the front, this is a nice finishing piece. This is where I can really get creative with this style, and that's what I love about this. I'm gonna take this, a little more styling treatment oil, a little moisture, a little shine, remember, a little anti-frizz. I love just working through my curls with this and my fingers. One pump's all you need, it goes really far. And you can see how that just really adds a lot of shine to the hair. Okay, and then taking a section, I'm going to kind of divide this, if you can see, on the bottom, because I really want to bring out the curl that's in there. And I want this to have, again, a little more expansion in her hair. So just doing a little bit of back comb, little ruching with my dressing brush. And you can take different sections if you would like to do this with, so that you really bring out that curl pattern that we just set her with. Kind of gives you that little bit of a vintage wave look with a little more fun and flirty texture to it. All right, so now that I've got that in there, this is where I can really use the shape of my guest's face to dictate how I'm going to pin this up, where I'm going to put this. Some people may like a lot of expansion and want a lot of height. And I, as a stylist, can really help decide, you know, where I'm going to pin all of that. What I love about this too, again, is I took that time to really set her and get some of that hair with some structure and texture so that when I go to pin this, it makes my job really easy. I don't have all this slippery hair falling out of my pins. That's one thing I've learned from Lucy for sure is, you know, the right set really sets you up to win. And I'm just taking my small bobby pins and I'm just kind of creating what I would like to have in there. I try not to pin too many times, just again because I want this to all flow together and work together, and I really do want some volume in there for Jenny because she just doesn't have that naturally. And she likes a little bit of height in there. Okay, and then once I've got this into place, give it a little more spray with the fabulous Awapui Wild Ginger finishing spray. And do a little bit of detailing with that, making sure she's nice and polished for our beautiful luxury brand, Awapui Wild Ginger. That helps us get those very upscale styles. So there's our finished model, the Twisted Up Style by Lucy Dowdy from our Awapui Wild Ginger brand. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I hope you enjoy the techniques and the tricks. The 3 different sections there where you can really get creative and change up the texture, put a lot of structure in there, and really utilize the different tools that Paul Mitchell gives us to work smarter and not harder for ourselves. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for your time.